We are back in one of the hottest communities here in Palm Beach. We are in Apex of Avenir, and this week we're going to focus on the top models that they sell here in this great community in Palm Beach Gardens. So this is the model that they take you to. If you want to know what's standard, what's an upgrade, the links is where they will tell you to go. What we end up doing is whenever you walk into any of these models, in general, the upgrades are numerous. So here, they take you in the links because if you want to know what a standard cabinets are, standard flooring is, this is where you find. Let's go see what they have here at the links. Not only is this a good model to see what's an upgrade and what's not upgrade, in general, this is a pretty good seller also on their list. It is in the Pinnacle collection. Here at Apex, they have two collections. They have the Pinnacle, which is the lower collection of the two, and the Summit, which is at the upper end and some of the biggest homes here in all of Avenir. So whenever we walk in a model, people will ask me, what's an upgrade, what's not an upgrade? Well, here you can see the cabinetry, the countertops. These are all standard features. The other thing, so not everything exactly is standard, but the flooring is. In general, when you are going for your options appointment, after you buy a home and go into contract here at Apex at Avenir, you're going to pick out your cabinetry and your flooring, and this is actually, for a standard floor, this is actually considered pretty high. The other aspect of it is that, like this little bar area, you might say that that's got to be an upgrade. It's actually not. So anyways, this is a good model to see what's an upgrade and what's not an upgrade when you're looking at the models here at Apex of Avenir. Stick around to the end because we are going to look at this entire home. This is one of the nicest homes in our upper collection. This home is called the Olympus. One of the reasons why I think people appreciate this model more than others is, in general, not just in Apex, but in any place around Avenir, is look at this grand entrance. This is what you have to look in when you enter this gorgeous home. Can't wait till we get to here. So you like high ceilings? Leave a comment down below. We'll be back here later, so stick around for one of the nicest homes in all of Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury. Welcome. This week we are in one of the high-end communities in Palm Beach Gardens, one of the high-end communities of Palm Beach. Welcome to Apex at Avenir. So I'm going to showcase the top models here in Apex of Avenir. I've picked two in the Pinnacle collection and two in the Summit collection. This is one of them in the Pinnacle collection. It is not their number one in the Pinnacle collection. That one's next. But for now, let's check out the second most popular. Let's go check out the Pinnacle here at Apex of Avenir. Let me scratch that. I mean the Polaris. The Pinnacle collection. It's the Polaris of Avenir. As you can see, I had a little of an user error when I introduced this home. I don't like to do bloopers. Some people eliminate them. I'm okay making a mistake. I'm guessing you make a mistake from time to time. But here are the Polaris. Here's something that I think you'll note about this. If you are looking for like a really, really open floor plan, this is probably not going to be for you. But if you're looking for a grand entrance, this is. It's got a unique entrance. As you can see, you walk in. So this is the door right here. When you walk in, you immediately come to this, which just imagine like putting a 25-foot Christmas tree there. You can do that here. Nice windows to highlight it. You have a wraparound. You can see that. You have a wraparound galley on the top. We'll go up there a little bit later. We also have a formal dining room. Not everybody likes a formal dining room. So this is really a unique home. This is a storage area. I want to show you, dog lovers are going to love this. So the decorators, generally speaking, do unique things like that, like little things to distinguish the home. It gives you ideas as to what you could do. It's obviously not going to come like that if you buy it yourselves, but you can certainly do that kind of thing. Now, the reason why I'd say this is not as open as the others, you have this big area here. You have your formal dining there, so that makes this area back here the family room. And the kitchen and the dining area a little bit less open. So it's for those people who open is not necessarily their thing, but also at the same time love a grand entrance, a unique grand entrance. That's the people that are going to be attracted to this home, which is the Polaris here in the Pinnacle collection of Apex of Avenir. Glad I got that right this time. All right, so let me start with a few things here. Pricing in Avenir as a whole, pricing at Apex at Avenir. The smallest model is the Dorado. To be honest with you, they don't sell as many of those. I know that for a fact. They start, but you can get in here at that price. It's literally a two bedroom, 2 bath. Can be converted to a third bedroom, but it starts at $882,000. So there are some lots. I'll talk more about lots, but if you don't include the lot, you can literally get in here under $900,000 today, which in this community is something special. In general, when it comes to Avenir, you're going to spend more money here at Avenir than you would at some of the other master plan communities, such as a Westlake, such as an Arden. So this Pegasus starts at $1,042,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 4-bath. You can make it a fourth bedroom as an option. That's why they do have a fair amount of personalization here, flexibility. So that I think that's helpful. The dining room is big and it is a little bit. It looks a little flexible. I mean, you can make that into something else. It flows into the kitchen. I got to show this because I think this is an important element of this house. It flows right into the kitchen, not quite like a butler's pantry, but it flows into the kitchen, which is why you're probably not going to make this room a bedroom. You do have this living room. Now, some people will say this is wasted space. I have a big one of these in my house, and it is not the most productive use of space, but it does do elegance. If you're looking to put to welcome guests, and again I gave you this Christmas tree analogy. If you're looking to welcome guests, this is a great, elegant way in which to do so. Total square feet on the Pegasus is exactly 3,000 square feet. That's under air. And that, as you guys know, Father Chow know this, under air is under air conditioning, which means living space, translated here in Florida. Overall, it's 3,774 square feet. When we have that extra amount, it means we're including this this loggia out here. Look at that beautiful pool. Like this covered patio. It also includes the garage. That's how that's calculated. Again, we're looking to go over the we're looking to show you the most popular models. I have found that, and I'll go over some of the statistics. There's roughly a little over 500 homes here in this community. We have found that this is one of the most popular communities in all of Avenir. Let's go see what they have upstairs here at the Pegasus. So I'll tell you why this is a popular model. This is an unusual loft area, and this is almost like an office loft area. This is not something I see in a lot of places. I love that when they do this. This is the entrance to the master bed. They don't have any doors on here. It would come with doors as a standard feature. Normally, that's how these builders do this. But I like the wide entrance on the master. Let's go check it out. It's not the biggest master in the world. You know, the closet, why the closet's elegant. Ladies, tell me you wouldn't fall in love with that closet. The master bath is a little bit smaller, but let me show you this. This is what's cool about this. This is something you don't see all too often. Here, that was the lady side. This is the man side. So the man has his own nice closet here. He also has his own bathroom. His and hers bathroom. Holy moly. So if you want to be, that's one of the reasons I think this model does so well, is it is unique. You don't see this in other builders. You don't see this in other communities. Even within GL Homes, you don't always see this. So the reason why this, let me give you the pricing on this. I think I did say $1,042,000. They have different elevations. You could take this up to a modern elevation and spend $1,067,000. Some models have, some elevations have a premium built in. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, but look at this as well. Look at that's how, when you look down below, that's how that looks. When we look at the next one is going to be probably one of the most popular models in the whole community. And there's a reason for that. And I'll tell you a little bit more when we go over and visit the Calypso here in Apex of Avenir. So before we head into the Calypso, this is the garage, by the way. How unique is this? This is a golf cart garage that they've made into a Harley-Davidson garage. But before we go into the Calypso, let me go over independent representation. Here at Apex at Avenir, that's where their sales center is. If you walk into that sales center on your own, you are absolutely crazy. Here at Living in Palm Beach, Florida, we highly recommend independent representation. What that means is that we are here to help you throughout your journey. The thing is, we would need to be here on your first visit or within 2 days of your first visit. Reach out to our team if you want to know more about that. But we have to, in order for us to help you, we have to be introduced. If you go to the builder and call us a week later and say, I was just at Apex and I really could use your help, we won't be able to help you at that point. By that point, it's too late. Every builder has a different variation of the rule, but that's how that works here. In general, you want us here on the first visit. There is no discount for not using us. The cost to use us here at Living in Palm Beach is out of your pocket is zero. It's the builder who pays us, and they're happy to do so. You can ask them. One of the benefits to working with us is we are independent of the builder. We are unbiased. If we think that one of the other communities in Avenir is a better community for you, we're going to tell you if the other community is a better fit for you. If there are resales, which there are some homes here opening in about 30 days from now, the first ones in this community, and if we feel the resales might be a better fit or there's a better deal there, we're going to help you. They're not. They want to sell you new. So we'll be there for the whole journey from beginning to end. If you have questions along the way, we would love to help. Welcome to the Calypso, one of the most popular models here at Apex of Avenir. I have a quick delivery cheat sheet right here. If you're interested in quick delivery homes, reach out. Two of them are Calypsos. There are some great values here on these. They have homes coming up within the next month or so, actually. $1,160,000 is one. $1,190,000. Very good deals. So listen, if you're a Harley-Davidson fan, how cool is this? So this home reminds me of the Newport model in Arden. When they were, as you know, you guys, we are a new home co-broker. We do a lot of playlists. We have a playlist for all of Avenir. So we know these communities pretty well. There's the playlist right there. We know these communities very well. The reason why this model sells so well is because it is just above the Dorado. The Dorado is their smallest, and that's how you get into Avenir, this community, Apex at Avenir, on the lower end. But if you could just kick it up $100,000 more, you can get in the Calypso. That's what people are doing. All things being equal, would I put Avenir versus some of these other master plan communities, I think this is going to be the better deal in terms of holding value. I get that question all the time, especially now with interest rates gone higher over the last couple of years. People are very price conscious. If you want a place where at your community where you feel comfortable that value being be held, in my opinion, this will. You have Panther National right next door, $12 million homes. I mean, that's, I think, a big factor when it comes to supporting the price and the value you have here at Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. 18 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find honor to help people perhaps like you do the exact same thing. If you're considering moving to this area and you want to ask questions from people who've actually done it before, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways is in the description and the comments section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is set some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or through a Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. Here are a couple things about I'm going to walk this is what they call a model row. I'm going to just walk a model row right here and tell you a few things about the community. There are a total of 562 homes when all is said and done that's going to be here at Apex of Avenir. They've actually already sold almost like 40% of them. They've been open a year, and so they're selling pretty quickly as relative to Avenir and relative to all of South Florida. They're selling at a pretty brisk rate. I'll tell you more about the amenities later on this video, but one thing I want to mention here is their clubhouse is slated to open probably mid-year next year, 2025. And I'll go over some of the lots a little bit later because that's an important element. Every community here in Avenir is a little bit different. When you're looking at the overall community of Avenir, there will be, the way it's planned right now, there will be 3,950 homes altogether, and it's on 5 acres. The whole overall Avenir is 5 acres. They're only building half of which, about 2,500. They're going to have walking trails. There's a few communities here that have some good preserve lots. If you want to know more about that, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But when it's all said and done, they'll have a total of 3,950 homes at Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. This is definitely one of the bigger communities. So there are, like, Coral Isles is one that's about 100, I think it's 107 homes. You have about 100 homes over at La Thierry. You have a little bit more than that at Avondale. So each community has their own personality. What I like about this community is it's west of Coconut Boulevard. That is a big deal. That's why they have access to this bigger and I think better clubhouse. They'll be sharing it with one of the other Avenir communities called La Ambiance, which is a cultural community, another great community. Both those communities are west of Coconut, and that's the difference. I'll go over more of the amenities later, but when it comes to Avenir, you can't go wrong with Apex from an amenity standpoint. So now we're going to go to this Summit Collection. It is their bigger collection. They're built on wider lots. Their two most popular ones, I told you about the most popular. I'm going to go into that later, but the other really popular Summit Collection is this one here. It's called the Adonis. The Adonis has 3-car garage. They have what they call a golf cart garage. This is a very golf cart friendly community. If you want to take one, I'll tell you more about the town center later, but if you want to take your golf cart to the town center, which is like Publix and all these high-end restaurants, you could do that. I had someone tell me that they heard that Capitol Grill's going into the town center. I don't know how true that is, but I'm looking into that. But I do know this, is they're looking to model the town center after the Alton Town Center, which has 18 restaurants there. Let's hope they do the same here at Avenir. So as you can see, this is a little bit more of an open concept compared to some of the houses that we've seen here so far. It's not a grand entrance like we saw over in one of those Pinnacle houses, but it is a pretty big entrance. They spend more of the living space here. It's more here for the openness of this. You see these windows? I got to just point this out. With lots of builders, see they go all the way from the floor to almost the top. With most builders, there's be a transom up top, and that would be an upgrade. I point these things out because I get a ton of people that wonder what's an upgrade. I'll tell you this. When you walk into the model houses in general, just assume there are lots of upgrades. That's just sort of what they do. Like this is a nice upper end quartz countertop. In general, you're not gonna get that. That's probably a few levels up. But let me tell you a little bit about here, the Adonis here at Apex of Avenir. So now we're kicking it up to like 3,240, 3,240 square feet under air. That's the Adonis here. Now you're also talking about a price of $1,337,000 for the base price of the home. We're looking at, if you're looking at the modern, which is I mentioned the modern again here now because it's the highest number when it comes to elevation price-wise. You're starting at $1,372,000. It's 4-bedroom, it's 4.5 bath. Obviously, there's a lot of personalization structurally you can sort of finagle with, but in general, it's a big. If you stick it as a 4-bedroom house, it's a big 4-bedroom house. I think this is like more of a traditional Florida house. That's my take on this. I've seen a lot of houses in Florida like this. The other houses I showed you so far are a little bit unique, more unique. But let's go see what else we have here at Apex. Well, I didn't think I was going to take you to this one today, but I just can't help myself. Here's the Zenith. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the lots here at Apex of Avenir as we tour the biggest home, the Zenith. So here we are in the upstairs of the Zenith. It is a really big loft area. I think that's what people who buy this house appreciate it. It's a big loft area. It's also their biggest house. I want to say it's 5,260. Man, I got that right. 5,260 square feet under air. I listed a quick delivery home of this and we sold it. It went for about $2 million. That home was off a water lot. Like this is here. See this water lot? And it also had a pool. That should give you an idea. In general, if you are looking at quick delivery homes, you can normally get a better price. Obviously, they're quicker delivery, thus the name. There's sort of what they call spec homes here at Apex of Avenir. So the Zenith, if you do just the base price, you're about $1,657,000, $68,000. So then you add everything up. That's why that home was $2 million. In terms of the lots, they now have some lots, some garden lots at $0. So you can come in here and not have to pay a premium for the lots. They have some on the water. The water starts at about $70. If you want to be on the water, like I had just showed you, if you want to be on the water, you're going to have to at least spend $70,000. They have homes, they have lots that go all the way up to $300,000, just to give you an idea. And there have been some lots in the past that have gone as much as over $500,000. Ladies, I'm sure you can appreciate this home. This is a funky house. So it's the other factor is not just water, but it's also the shape of the lot. They have some unusually shaped lots. In general, when you're looking at a Summit versus a Pinnacle selection, the lots are bigger. So when you come in for your appointment and you're ready to go forward with them, what ends up happening is you have to pick, if you have a Summit house, as an example, if you're looking at the Zenith or the Olympus or the Adonis, you can only pick Summit lots. If you're looking at a Pinnacle home, you could have to do it on a Pinnacle lot. The Pinnacle lots are a little bit smaller and the Summit a little bit wider. So what's the build time? It's about 12 to 13 months, 12 to 14 months, depending on the size of your house. They opened literally a little over a year now, and they're delivering their first homes next month. And they've done so well in terms of the success and the briskness of sales in a market that's challenged across the country, but not here in Avenir and not in Palm Beach Gardens as a whole. But so it's taken them about 13 months for the first homes. It also is a good reason. There are some quick delivery homes here. I have the list. If you're interested in knowing this list, there are some good deals on this list. Reach out to our team. Let us know that you want to look at it. We'd love to help you look at some of the best deals here at Apex of Avenir. Now is the moment you've been waiting for. We are going to go into the best house that we've seen here, the most popular home in the Summit collection in Apex of Avenir. Welcome to the Olympus here at Apex. So right away you can see from the outside it's got the 3-car garage. split 3-car garage. So you have a golf cart garage there, a 2-car garage here. I wanted to touch on the elevations too. So the difference is, if the standard is called coastal, they have a Mediterranean, they have a contemporary, they have modern. You can see the outsides of some of these houses. They're all a little bit different. You can spend upwards of about $35,000 up to go from a coastal standard to a modern. It's going to be an extra about $35,000. That's something you do when you order your home. You have to pick it when you actually put your deposit in. I'll tell you more about the reservation process later, but let's go check out what we have here at the Olympus. I know I teased this house before. This is a 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath. It's 5,136 square feet under air. Again, one of the design features here is this. This is really storage under the closet, under the staircase. But they show it as I don't know what you want to call that room. Some kind of like candy room. It's a candy room, the Candyland. We'll call that Candyland. The entrance is what really I think attracts people to this house. It's a three-sided rail, big entrance. Off here to the left. Now this is the orientation. Lots of times you can flip the orientation in most of these models. This one on this orientation we have the office to the left side. This is actually a little bit bigger than you'll see in most offices. All right, so let's go here. Now they have a formal dining room here. I mean, when we were looking at houses, we were looking at houses that fit our dining room table, believe it or not. So if you still are a traditional person that want a dining room, this is a model. That's a pretty big dining room. This is a model I would consider. Nice big island. Well, in addition to having the kitchen area there, you still have a dining area here. So this is just a big house. I mean, so you have a formal dining room and a dining area, and it's a pretty big family area. If you see here, this is that's on the larger side. Back here is the master suite, and this is pretty nice. Look at this bathroom. And then you have the double closet thing going here. And it's a decent size master bedroom. Looks out onto your lake view, assuming you get a lake. Let's go upstairs to see what they have here at the Olympus. Look how wide. I want to point this out. I don't know how well you can see that. They don't, here at GL Homes is the builder here. They don't allow you outside, probably for insurance reasons, but you could see if they have it's a pretty wide lot here. As I mentioned before, if you're in the Summit Collection, your lots are going to be a little bit wider. Let's go that way. So one of the questions we get a lot of is schools, right? Well, we get a lot of people with children. They're building a charter school for Avenir as a whole. It's going to go to 5th grade. Reach out to our team if you want to know more about that. How are the schools? Well, we'll help you with that too. But here you have, once you get to the top of the stairs here at the Olympus, it comes to this. They've made it a little bit more of an office setting. And you have the other bedrooms up here. So I had someone, a lot of people look at this community in l'ambiance. I see that a lot. This house, you don't have a house this big over at l'ambiance or a lot of the other communities. You don't have it at Avondale either. I know these communities really well. If you want to work with someone who understands the differences between Avenir communities, I'm the guy for you in that. And the people who choose here, generally speaking, they want to see was an ensuite on that bedroom. the rooms here in general are bigger. And so if you want bigger secondary rooms, this is one of the best communities of Avenir. When all is said and done, this home is going to be 6,324 square feet under air. Now that includes under air conditioning. That doesn't include the garage. It does include the garage. It does include the loggia, but they've made this sort of into a theater room. We did this when we moved into our house. We made it into a theater room. This is pretty cool, actually. See, I just walked in and noticed me walking in, and now it's going to give me the whole deal. This thing just opened up on us, and now look at that. Pretty neat, huh? So if you want design options, speak to them about it. This is the perfect room, in my opinion. This is one of the perfect rooms to put a home theater. Perfect models to put a home theater. As we sit here in the Olympus, I'm going to take this opportunity to go over some of the numbers. Look at this. I love this pool. Nice little, they have the chairs in the pool, in the pool itself. I don't know how well you can see that. The HOA fee, it's $284. The resort fee, once that clubhouse is finished, they're going to add another $105 onto that fee. That's the resort fee. L'Ambiance and Apex do that together. They share that same clubhouse. Again, there's 562 homes here at Apex. L'Ambiance is 144. The clubhouse is going to be 28,000 square feet under air. It has a restaurant on site. It's the only one in the area that has for an all-age community, has a restaurant on premises. Pickleball, everything you can imagine is there. It is one of the most elaborate clubhouses in all of Palm Beach. CDD, glad you asked. I like to think that we helped shed the light on what a CDD is about to people. At Avenir in general, the CDD is high. If you live west of the Coconut Boulevard, which is the dividing line, I know this because I've sold in every community here. The western part uses this clubhouse that's being built, going to be ready in over a year from now. The other one, the eastern part, has a clubhouse that is already in existing. The CDD is, the clubhouse was built by this builder, so the CDD is lower on this community. It's $3,000 as opposed to $5,000 if you're looking at some of the eastern communities in Avenir. If you're considering Avenir and you want to know what those are, reach out. You really owe it to yourself to get some information from us. Book that Zoom call. We provide a lot of value. There's no cost out of your pocket. We would love to just answer any questions you've had. I've been here. When I moved here 18 years ago, I would have loved to have someone to give me some guidance as to where to look, especially if it didn't cost me anything. We can give you insights between the different Avenir communities because there is a lot. I'll give you an example. There's Panther National, $15 million homes there. Imagine having that as your neighbor. There's Panther National, there's Avondale, there's Coral Isles, there's La Thierry, there's Wingate, there's Watermark, there's Solana Bay. We've done them all. So we'd love to tell you the difference. Every single Avenir community has a different personality. Again, we went through some of the numbers. There's more to it as well. You can do a reservation. So if you come down here and we look at this, we say we like this Olympus as an example, that you can put a $10,000 refundable deposit for 3 days to hold it and lock the lot out, and then go to contract afterwards, which is a 10% deposit. You have an options appointment about a month to 2 months later where there's another deposit required. The rest comes at closing. We'll be there to guide you when it comes to from first visit to closing and guide you as to what some of the things you should expect and what is the best way to proceed. I have to say this, if you are into the outdoors, if you're into golf, this is the best golf community there is. Ancient Tree, one of the best public courses in the area. Panther National has a Jack Nicklaus signature course that was just built. There's going to be 200 homes in that community, but they have made some sales to non-resident members. They have walking trails. Half the Avenir is preserved. They're not going to build on it. There's walking trails that you can take advantage of. If you're a hiker, that's phenomenal. You can take your golf cart from your golf cart garage to the Publix. You can take it to the golf course. So if you're into outdoors and looking for activities, whether it's Apex, La Beyonce, or Avondale, or any of these Avenir communities, Avenir is the place when it comes to it. And you're just getting started. One of the other advantages of working with us is we can give you an idea as to where the best incentives are around Palm Beach County. We can give you an idea where the best incentives are currently in Avenir. They change all the time. Here at Apex right now, they have an incentive of $15,000 towards your closing costs, or you can apply it other ways, but it's tied to using their lender, and most people do use a lender to take advantage of that incentive. Also right now, and this will come and go, these incentives change from time to time, there's a $10,000 in addition to incentive if you're looking at one of their spec homes. In any case, if you want some guidance on what the different incentives are around Avenir and all of Palm Beach, reach out to Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by eXp Luxury Homes. Palm Beach, Apex at Avenir, paradise here in South Florida.